Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to review the gear I'm planning to take on the PCT, or the Pacific Crest Trail, for my thru hike. And you know, a lot of other YouTubers are doing these gear reviews. I thought I'd do one too. I'll try to not to make it too long or too boring, but you know, there's a lot of gear. It actually looks kind of heavy, but it's not really that bad. I think that was about 30 pounds I just put down. So here we go. Of course, first of all, I got my, these are Cascade Mountain Tech, Cascade Mountain Tech trekking poles. Pretty good value, and they're pretty lightweight. Thought I'd try them out. The clothing that I'm going to typically be wearing will be something like a Darn Tough socks, sun hoodie. I got at REI, some Capilene underwear, and these are kind of cargo convertible pants that unzip right here to make shorts. So that's what I'll typically be wearing. Shoes will be Cascadia, Brooks Cascadia. A lot of people are wearing the Ultras now, but I didn't find the zero drop shoes to be comfortable enough. It put a strain on my Achilles tendon, so I'm going to be using the Brooks. I've been wearing Brooks for many years now. So, to the pack here, I've got this cap, or what they call a brain. So I'll take that off and show you what's inside that. The pack is an Osprey Exos pack, and for many years I was using a Gossamer Gear Mariposa, and I really liked that pack. It was a good lightweight pack, except for one thing. I sweated like crazy with it against my back. There was no ventilation, so that's why I went with an Osprey. It's still under 3 pounds, and it's got this mesh and frame here, so there's plenty of air ventilation. It separates you from the actual pack by about an inch, so you get some airflow in there. So I'm looking forward to that. So here's the brain, and I've got a Z-Pax beanie. Very lightweight. I actually have 3 hats that I'm taking. This is my cap, my baseball cap, to keep the sun off my eyes. But I have another one here too, and this might not, you might wonder what this is. Well, it's a bigger hat than you might think. And it just pops open like that. So, sun hat. I know it looks ridiculous, but it'll keep the sun off of more than just my eyes. So that's pretty lightweight too. I got a Petzl headlamp, and I got the Petzl Core rechargeable battery. You're supposed to be able to recharge it like 900 times. And this one, I replaced my Black Diamond because this one has a red light to save your night vision, and my Black Diamond does not, and it was old anyway. This is the Arrows pillow, Sea to Summit Arrows pillow. Very important for a good night's sleep. I got this kind of a compass combination, whistle compass thermometer, and it also has a magnifying glass, and I've put it on a kind of a lanyard that can go up, back and forth like that. So I don't know if I'll keep this. It's kind of heavy for what it is, but I'll definitely take this item. I've got, for sun protection, I've got the Outdoor Research sun gloves. This will be actually put inside the pack. It's a pack liner, to waterproof. And here's my first aid kit, part of it anyway. I'm allergic to bee stings, so I'm taking an EpiPen. kit. And I'm a little bit concerned about the high altitude, so I got a prescription of acetazolamide. It's supposed to help with altitude sickness. You take it before you get sick, and you take 2 of them a day, and that's supposed to help you get acclimate. And then the rest of the first aid kit is just your typical stuff. This is my pharmacy. I've got the usual over-the-counter stuff, some Neosporin, some matches, Band-Aids, and Leukotape for blisters, a pin to pop the blisters, and some first aid instructions. So, and this is kind of a bulky item, but it's my sunglasses. They're polarized, unlike my prescription glasses, and they actually fit over my glasses. So that'll be important if I encounter a lot of snow in the Sierra, because it blocks the peripheral, so I won't get sunburn on my eyes. A little kind of repair kit. And here's the water filtration system I chose. I haven't seen anybody else use these online except for a guy named with a trail named Eric the Black. This is what he uses. It's a little hand pump kind of with a hose that you just put in the water. So I thought I'd give that a try. It's not much heavier than the regular Sawyer squeeze. So, and then for to keep the sweat from dripping into my eyes, a little sweatband. And then for backup water purification, I haven't decided yet. I have this Sawyer mini squeeze and the squeeze bag, but I also have the Aquamira liquid water. It purifies even viruses. So if I have a failure of my water filter, I can use that. Or if the water's really funky, I can do a double duty, just filter it and then put the Aquamira in it. But I haven't decided whether I'm going to use the Sawyer mini squeeze as backup or the Aquamira. They weigh about the same, actually. Oh, and this is, I'll get to this later. It's kind of interesting. Now this, since there's a lot of like rattlesnakes in the desert section of the PCT all the way up to Southern Oregon, actually. And this is a snake bite suction kit to suck out the venom. I don't know how well it's going to work. I asked my doctor about it. He said, yeah, bring it. My lightweight hiker wallet. And this is Eric the Black's Pacific Crest Trail Pocket Atlas. And it has, I used this to plan all my resupplies. I'm sending all my resupplies ahead. I'll get into that in a minute too. And it has, you know, the topographic maps and where to send stuff and what the public transportation is and stuff like that. So that's what oh, one more thing I got in here. Oh, my booties for, or the cups for my trekking poles. Okay, so that's that. And getting into the pack now, I've got this hiker's umbrella. It's a sun umbrella. It's reflective. And this will be good for keeping the sun off of me when in the desert heat, as well as the rain further on. But what I was talking about with this is a hands-free umbrella kit, and you just put it on the strap of your pack, and then you can have it attached to your pack strap like this. So a lot of people have been using that. I know they look kind of funny, but whatever. And then this is my electronics bag. I keep all my, my cables, and I've got a four USB-C port plug-in charger, and then I keep my you know, my instructions and a notebook and stuff like that in here too. So that's that. And I was going to take a bear canister the entire trail, but with the water carries that I have to do in the desert section, I'll have to carry like 4 liters of water. That's like 10 pounds. So I'm going to ship the bear canister ahead to Kennedy Meadows, where I'll only have to carry 1 liter of water. And in the meantime, I'm using this. It's a dry bag. It only weighs 3 ounces. And I'm putting my food in this. And here's the other thing. I spent the last year and a half freeze drying my resupply food in a home Harvest Right freeze dryer. So I've got my own versions of backpacking meals. Oh, here's a breakfast: steak and eggs, potatoes, cheese. So I'll be eating pretty good. Here's Italian sausage and beef lasagna, beef fajitas with rice, stuff like that. So I'll be eating pretty good, I think. One thing, this isn't actually all the food for one resupply. When I receive my resupplies, these Mylar bags are good for the long-term storage, but they take up a lot of space. So what I'm going to do is once I get down to my resupply location, I'll get my box. I'll take these and I'll put them in, I'll open these up and put them in Ziploc bags, which will take up less room, but since I'm going to be eating them within 5 days, I don't have to worry about spoilage. Okay, and this is my hygiene kit. I've got, you know, folding toothbrush, earplugs, wilderness wash, body glide, brush picks, dental floss, a comb, and toothpaste and stuff like that. So that's part A, I guess you could say, of my hygiene kit. I'm going to take a pocket shower. This is from Sea to Summit, and it holds 2.5 gallons of water with a little shower head at the bottom. You hang it up and you can take a shower. I like being clean. I don't want to be, you know, a filthy, smelly hiker like, you know, I hate to say it, but, you know, hikers can, that's why they call us hiker trash, because we get all dirty and we don't shower for a week until we get into town and stuff like that. When I get a chance, I'm planning on taking a shower when I can out in the field. So I don't know if that's going to work out. It only weighs a few ounces, so we'll give it a shot. And if I can't take a shower, then I also have this little you can put water in this and wash things in it. Or if you're like in a spring, like with my water filter, I have to pump it and it goes down. If you don't have like a pool to put the water to put the tube in, you can just fill this and then use it like that. So, oh, I'm still on the hygiene kit. This is one of those Gossamer Gear pack towels. It's really small. It's supposed to be like a chamois that's very absorbent, and it weighs like 1/2 ounce. I don't know if I'm going to use this or if I'm going to use, I haven't decided yet. And by the way, like any feedback you want to give me on this stuff, I would welcome it. Got a bandana, and then there's this other pack towel that I got at REI. It's a lot bigger. See, but it also weighs a lot more, so it's like 3 ounces, and this is like less than 1 ounce. So I don't know. What do you think? Gossamer Gear towel or the REI pack towel? Let me know what you think in the comments. And then this is a kind of a exfoliating washcloth type thing. That way I can, when I'm washing myself, I can go like that, because I can't, you know, I'm not a contortionist. I can't reach way back there. So that's my hygiene kit. And then my kitchen. This is my kitchen. I thought about making one of those bubble foil kind of cozies, but you know, the bag that it comes in feels like it would be a cozy of its own. It's kind of this soft material. So I don't know, probably just use that. This is a thing for stabilizing your fuel canister. So you put your canister on there and it keeps it nice and stable. I got this pot. It's not your usual Toaks pot. Supposedly it's titanium, but it was just the right size, so I went ahead and got it. I got this little kitchen towel thing, and then I've got a gigapower stove with the piezoelectric ignition. And because I don't know for sure if I'm going to be able to get the fuel canisters everywhere that I resupply, I also have this little setup. So I can use 3 different fuels at the cost of only about an ounce. So I've got this little homemade alcohol stove, and then I got a little stand for Esbit tablets that you can see it's gotten a lot of use, and then a little wire stand so that if I can't find the canisters, but I can get like heat at a auto supply store or something like that, or if they have like the little fuel tablets, any of those fuels I can use. I also have this little stand from, I forget the name of the place, but I got this online. This is made to put your alcohol stove on, or your Esbit stove on, so that it separates it from the ground, and so you don't burn the ground. So, and then I've got a little plastic cup for measuring, you know, like a third of a scrubber sponge. And then this little gizmo is pretty cool. It's a fork and spoon, and it fits inside my pot because it folds. So you can go like that, and it snaps into place, and it's just like one of those other ones, except you can fold it. So you just go like that, and I can put it back in. And of course, a little mini Bic lighter, and another titanium for smaller things. I was thinking of using this for, like, you know, hot chocolate or coffee, or you know, a side dish like mashed potatoes or rice or couscous or something, in addition to the main dish. So there's that. So I don't know, maybe I don't need this one. I'm thinking of leaving that at home. Oh, and this is a windscreen built specifically for this stove. So you open this up, and you stick it on there like that. Oops, there we go. So there's your windscreen. It's a little heavy for what it is, but I figure it'll make my cooking more efficient, and you know, I'll use less fuel. So there we go. Okay, and then these are my clothes that I'm packing. And again, there's a few things that I haven't decided between. Like, for example, they got these nice soft REI long johns that are warm. Or I've got these, who makes these? Under Armour. They're like compression long johns that are like supposed to be good for hot weather, to keep this. They're not rated for as a sun, like a sun. My sun hoodie's rated for sun SPF or whatever, like SPF 50. This one doesn't have a rating, but I figure if it helps keep me cool and keeps the sun off of me, that might be a good thing. I don't really want to use too much sunscreen because that eventually gets into your bloodstream, and I'm not a fan of that idea. So I don't know. What do you think? The warm ones or the sun ones? Let me know in the comments. And then I've got a few different shirts. This is a Capilene, Patagonia Capilene long sleeve shirt. And this is a Capilene Patagonia short sleeve t-shirt. So I don't know if I should take both of those or not. Let me know what you think. And then for when I want to wear shorts that I can get wet and will dry quick, I got these at REI. Pretty light, so, and they look like they would dry really fast. They've got their own little liner inside, so I don't have to wear underwear with it. So there's that. And then these are my sleeping socks. I got these at REI. And an extra pair of hiking socks. These are darn tough. And then last but not least, this is a spare bug net from Mountain Laurel Designs. So that's the clothes that I'm planning to put in my pack. And then, oh, plus this. This is a Mont Bell puppy. So this is my puppy. I've had this for many years, and it's still great. It's a button-up, no hoodie on it. But it's a really nice puppy, keeps me warm pretty well. So there's that. And then, believe it or not, this is my shelter for the desert section. The whole thing weighs 7 ounces, including the ground sheet, the stakes, the lines. It's a homemade DCF or Dyneema Cuban fiber tarp that I sewed together, and I've had this for a long time. Works great. It's pretty small though, so you have to be kind of creative in how you set it up. You'll see this on the trail when I do my other videos. So this is for the desert section because, and the reason why I did this for the taking this for the desert section again is because of the water weight. I'm going to have to carry 10 pounds of water, so I don't want to exceed the limitations of my pack. It's rated for 35 pounds, so I don't want to go over that if I can help it, even though I could carry that much. So I just don't want to have any incidents where, you know, a buckle breaks or something on my pack. So that's what I'm using for the desert section, and I may not even use it. It's just for if it rains. I'll probably be cowboy camping in the desert section most of the time. And last but not least is my Marmot Hydrogen sleeping bag. This is a wonderful bag. It's one of the early versions. It only has a half zip, so I'm not a fan of that, but it's pretty light. It's a 30-degree Fahrenheit bag, and it has the 900 fill power down. The newer ones have 850 fill power down. So yeah, and I happen to have it, so I didn't have to buy a sleeping bag. And truly, since I'm starting rather late, I'll be starting in mid-May. I don't think I really need a warmer bag, but we'll see. If I get cold, I'll wear my puffy in my bag. And then, what happened? Okay, so then on my pack itself, I have this thing that I can hang on my sternum strap. I'll be keeping things like my, snacks and my microphones and, odds and ends that I want to be able to get in without taking my pack off on the trail. This little guy here will hold my my charger, my phone charger, which is a 10,000 milliamp MagSafe charger, but you can also use a cord, and my phone will go in here too. And then in this front section, this is my go-to bug net. So I keep that handy. I keep some Purell handy. I keep my bug repellent handy. And I keep my sunscreen handy, all in this pouch. So that goes in there. And there might be room for a little bit more stuff. Who knows? So we'll go like that. And then from Gossamer Gear, I got this bottle holder. And this will hold a liter. I've got a smaller one in there now because the smaller ones have the, you know, the thing where you can just drink out of it like that. So, but the other bottles are the liter bottles. I've got 3 in here right now. These I went with the smart water bottles instead of the like a Osprey bladder that's made to fit this, just because when you're drinking out of that through a hose, you don't know how much you've used. This way I know exactly how much water I'm drinking, and you know, it's less expensive too, and they're lighter than a Osprey bladder too. So I got a couple more over on this side. And then in this back pocket here, I've got one of Gossamer Gear's little sit pads that folds up nice like that, and then it becomes like that for you to sit on. So I was toying with the idea of bringing a camp chair, but you know, those things, they weigh at least a pound. This is like less than 2 ounces, I think, 1.7 ounces or something. So yeah, especially in the desert section, I just decided, no, I better not take the extra weight. I might send. I actually have this. It's a tripod type of thing, and it weighs about a pound. It was less expensive than the chair things, and you sit up straighter in this, so that, like, if you're trying to cook on top of your bear can, which I'll have in the Sierra, it's more comfortable to sit up straight in front of your, and it's easier to get out of too, because those reclining chairs, this old 66-year-old guy has a hard time getting out of them. So, and then for camp shoes, I got these Z-Packs camp shoe. They're really thin, and you can roll them up if you want, or lay them flat. They only weigh a few ounces, like 2 ounces or something. So, you know, for camp shoes, I guess they're all right. I didn't want to carry anything heavier. I almost didn't even get these, just because, you know, weight. So it all adds up. And then also in the desert section, I'm excuse me, I'm taking, this is my rain gear for the desert section. It's just the top half of Frog Togs. I'm sending the lower half, the pants for them, up north to Kennedy Meadows, because I don't think I probably won't even need this in the desert section, quite frankly. But you know, as they say, you got to be prepared. 10 essentials and all that. The tripod I'm using right now to record this, but you'll see it later on the trail. Oops. And this is part of my poop kit. I didn't get one of those titanium trowels just because I already had this. It's not that much heavier, and if you try to, you can cut yourself on those titanium ones. This one if it's hard ground, I can just really push on it hard to dig my cat hole. And then I've got this bidet. It's a backcountry bidet with the squeeze bottle. So there's the cap, and then you put this on there. It's attached, and you take the lid off, put this on there, and it's got this little slot in it so that it'll squeeze. It'll shoot a jet of water to clean yourself. So I am going to be taking toilet paper, but you know, hopefully this I won't have to use as much, and there'll be less to pack out. So I will be packing out my toilet paper. What I came up with, I actually got this idea from another YouTuber. He uses those little rolled up poop bags for when you're cleaning up after your dog. And what he does is he just takes it and turns it inside out. He has his toilet paper on the ground next to his hole, not in with the poop. And then you just grab it, and turns it inside out, ties a knot in it, and then he can just put it in his back pocket, or the backpack's back pocket, and it's a clean way to deal with your toilet paper and not leave it for animals to spread around. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the trail soon. I'll be starting my trek on May 14th. So see you there. Thanks again. Bye. Well, not so fast. I forgot a few things. I forgot to mention that in the desert section, I'll be using a Z-Rest in my sleep system. And then I also wanted to talk about a little bit about what I'm sending to Kennedy Meadows. So I touched on it a little bit. So first of all, my pants. I expect to lose significant weight in the first 700 miles. I'm a little bit overweight, as you can see. So I have another pair of those cargo pants, convertibles. These are 2 inches smaller in the waist. So if I lose a couple inches, I'll have pants that will fit me when I get to Kennedy Meadows, and I can send the bigger ones home. Of course, the bear can. This is required. This is the BV500, the biggest one that they make. With my freeze-dried food, I don't know, I might have to fill this up and then rent one of those small ones too, so we'll see. But that's my bear can. And then of course the pants for my frog togs for rain gear. Probably bring the rest of my Leuco tape. And then I was going to send this permethrin to treat my clothes in the Kennedy Meadows, but they tell me, I called them today, and they said they actually do sell it there at the Kennedy Meadows General Store. So I'll just use this before I go, and then I'll retreat my clothes at Kennedy Meadows with permethrin that I'll buy there. And then this beanie is a warmer beanie than the Z-Packs one, and it's got a thing here where you can put it like a neck warmer thing. So you put this on. You can have it just like a beanie like that, or excuse my glasses here, or you can go like that too if it gets really cold. So that's a really warm hat. I've had it a while. And then a couple new pairs of socks in case my original ones wear out by the time I get there. And then the other 2 of the 3-pack of the Eric the Black's Pacific Crest Trail Pocket Atlas. So one for Northern California and one for Oregon. I'm bringing the Oregon and Washington one just because I'm probably going to have to send stuff up ahead, and I want to have all the addresses of the post offices that are all the way up to the end. So I'm going to bring both of those, and then I may or may not replace my Z-Rest. This is a Big Agnes Rapide SL regular length wide, 25-inch wide inflatable pad with a 4.6 R value for insulation. So I'm either going to take this and my Z-Rest, or I might send, if I can figure out how to do it, I might send the Z-Rest home. But yeah, I want to sleep comfortable. I'm kind of sacrificing for the desert section with the Z-Rest, but yeah, I'll replace it probably with this Big Agnes. And then some warm gloves. Yeah, as far as snow goes, I just already happen to have some Yax tracks. These are kind of controversial. You put them on your shoes, on the outside of your shoes. They're supposed to give you traction in snow, not necessarily ice. They're kind of controversial because a lot of hikers say, "Oh, those won't work you need the micro spikes. Well, I've had other people say the opposite, that the Yax tracks are just fine. And plus, I might not even see any snow since I'm starting late. So, and I'm not taking an ice axe. So, if you don't see videos to the end, maybe I fell down into a ravine and died or something. I don't know. And then I've got moleskin. I may or may not send this ahead with the 6 of one, half dozen of another leukotape moleskin for blisters. And then my real tent is my Durston X Mid 2, not the DCF one, just the regular, which will replace the tarp setup that I'm going to be using in the desert section. I wanted the 2 just because I like to have everything inside the tent with me, and I can spread things around. And yeah, it's not that much heavier than I discovered that the X Mid 2 is only, it's like 4 ounces heavier than the X Mid 1. So I decided to go with the X Mid 2. This is the tent that's lots and lots of thru hikers are using now, and I guess I'm just kind of being a copycat. I don't know. It's a good tent. And then the snow baskets for my trekking poles, and let's see, some more Band-Aids, and the ground sheet for the X Mid Pro tent, or not Pro, the X Mid 2 tent. So those are the things I'm sending ahead to Kennedy Meadows, and I'm still undecided about the chair. I don't know. So thanks for watching. I'll probably do one more video before I head out to San Diego, and that'll be kind of an acknowledgement one for people I'm grateful to for getting me to this point. So see you in that one. Bye for now.